Gwen, I understand that you want to come to Spain and be an English teacher here, and you want to give private classes. You want to know if it's easy to find a place to live and if it's easy to find students. I mean, the answer to both of those questions is yes. It's really easy to find students and easy to find a place to live, but there's a problem in that it's illegal. With all due respect, I'm quite surprised that so many people from England and America want to come here and teach English. For British people, it's not a problem. They are residents in the European community. They can live in Spain and teach English and pay taxes. But for Americans, you come on a 90-day tourist visa and you're not supposed to work during those 90 days. I mean, even if you're coming with a work visa to be a conversation helper in a school of children, you're getting paid for that. You're not allowed to work in your free time in a Starbucks and make money. It's just illegal. I know a lot of people do it, but in the last 7 years, I know close to 100 British people who've been doing it illegally without paying taxes, and they've been fined, and Americans have been deported. The police nowadays are going online and looking for people who are stupid enough to advertise their face, email, and phone number locally in Madrid or Barcelona, Murcia or Valencia. And the police pretend to be students, and they are arresting people. The only way you could give private classes legally in Spain would be to marry a Spanish person or invest $500,000 in a house or open a business for $500,000, and you'd get residency, which means you could stay here the rest of your life without renewing visas. And then you just ask for permission to teach English classes. You go to the local tax office and say, I want to start giving English classes. They'll give you a tax number, like the IRS in the United States. I mean, in the USA, when you want to open a business as a dentist or a lawyer or a doctor or selling shoes or giving German classes in people's houses, you need a tax number. In the United States, you do a tax return, you pay taxes, and you get money back at the end of the year. And there are people who pocket the money and, they don't pay the taxes on that money. But you're not allowed to come to Spain and simply, give private classes in a Starbucks. The most important thing I want to say is that, it hurts me personally when I'm in a Starbucks giving a class and I pay tax, and at the next table is an American who's not paying tax, charging less per hour, robbing my students because he's charging less. I need to make ends meet. I have a family, I have kids, I have a wife, she works too, and you're screwing me over because you're charging less because you don't pay taxes. Now you think it's a hippie experience. It's wonderful and cool to teach English in Singapore or in Israel or El Cairo or Korea or Spain. But you're really screwing over somebody. I mean, now you're going to say, oh, come on, no one's paying taxes. They're all doing it. You're wrong. That's a lie. In Spain, most English teachers who give private classes have an alta. We have a tax number and we pay taxes. We're married or we have a legal way of being here. And if you don't have that and you want to teach, go to an academy. We can offer you a job in this academy right here as an employee. We'll take 15-20% of your income and pay your taxes, and you'll get all that money back when you leave the country. Okay? But if you want to give private classes and nothing more, you can't do it. Now, if you're working for us as a regular teacher in this academy, what you do in the afternoon is your business. And some teachers, I've heard, give private classes in a Starbucks and don't pay any taxes. And they are really screwing over the other teachers from England or the United States who live here permanently and need to make a living. So I just want to plant that idea in your head. The next time you're thinking of coming to Spain, that if you're going to advertise online, the police are there, they pretend to be students, and if they catch you and you don't have a fiscal tax number, you can't play stupid and say, I don't know. You will have to pay a $7,000 fine, and if you don't have the money, you'll spend time in jail, and after you pay the fine, you'll be deported. But keep in mind also that you are screwing over someone from your city maybe who lives here, who's trying to make ends meet. Okay, we're not all hippies. What you consider to be a hippie activity, with all due respect, the next guy at the next table in Starbucks is doing, he's just getting by, and you're hurting him when you do that. Just keep that in mind. That ask yourself, am I hurting anyone who might be also trying to make a living doing this, and do I care? Okay, I hope the answer is you do care.